people are tired of this word of AI. It's the same as like before we talk about computer or talk about IT. It means everything, right?
Yeah.
But now we have cloud, we have security, we have fintech, we have DevOps.
Yeah.
So I think slowly AI will be chopped down into smaller things.
Welcome to the podcast, Teresa.
Yeah, thanks. Actually, it's my first time traveling to Malmo.
Oh, nice.
And I was actually, last time when I was in Copenhagen, I really want to try the train and the bridge of connecting to the cities. I was thinking like, but if I go to Malmo, what should I do there? Because I have only 2 days in Copenhagen.
Oh, yeah.
But then that was like a thinking already in my head. It was like, travel here and see the city. Then I got invitation. It was like, wow, this is actually meant to happen.
Yeah, exactly. It's perfect. And I guess you got to go with the bridge as well?
Yeah, because I fly to Copenhagen.
Yeah.
And it's just so convenient.
Yeah, it's incredibly convenient.
19 minutes literally from there to here.
Yeah, it's wonderful. I mean, Malmö has its own airport as well, but it's much more annoying to get to than to go to Copenhagen.
Yeah, and also I believe you have more connections.
Yeah, a lot more. So it's
amazing. I really, when I landed here, I was like, this part, I was like, really, this is a very nice city for me. I feel it. Like, I travel quite a lot each year.
Yeah.
Probably around the 30 times already this year.
Wow.
But I feel the city when I landed, when I saw it. So some cities are, for me, is like I can live here. Some cities I feel I definitely want to travel here. Yeah, so I really love a lot of actually north part of Europe.
Yeah.
South part are beautiful. I can travel there.
Oh, yeah.
But it's like Momo, and I think Oslo is very nice as well.
Yeah, good place too. I mean, it's good to travel that much when you enjoy it as well.
Yeah, the only difficulty is the time, because I don't get paid to travel. Like, I'm lucky because I got my expenses covered by a lot of conferences, but I don't get support in terms of the days.
Oh, yeah. Makes sense.
So for conference that they don't cover this cost, it would be quite difficult for me because I have to apply to my company as a holiday.
Oh, yeah.
That's one thing it's very difficult. But at least, you don't get everything. You get most of the beauty part of it.
Yeah, exactly. It feels like, I often wonder about that, actually. People who travel to a lot of conferences, how do they make everything fit together, like with time and work and everything?
I talked to a few speakers yesterday, and a lot of them are frequent travelers as well, but they don't do this for a living. They just travel and they give talks just as part of the hobby. And they will share the same fun and the same pain.
Yeah, exactly.
Some people work as dev advocate.
Oh, that's true.
They're that much flexible.
Yeah.
But because I want to see Malmo, so I took those 2 days as holiday.
Yeah.
But usually I work in conference, as my working hour.
Yeah, of course.
And I'm in the airport as well.
Yeah. So you're having 2 talks, right?
Yeah. Partly I'm the lucky ones. I've been talking to a few speakers. They're like, how do you get to talk into talks? So I don't know. I think I'm the lucky one.
You have interesting things to talk about, I guess.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I think I heard that they had very high numbers of submissions this year, so they had to be picky. So, and one of them is DevOps for frontend.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. I just finished.
Oh, okay.
It's actually a room of. It's almost full actually.
Yeah.
I'm really, really appreciate people attending it, and I'm really happy.
Yeah.
Because as a speaker and seeing people join and really interested in your talk, it's actually a motivation for me to continue this journey as well.
Yeah, of course.
So that talk is based on my personal experience. It's not, I would say it's a big inch topic. Like, people don't talk about DevOps for frontend.
No, it felt new to me reading it as well.
Yeah, but that's my own experience, and I'm just sharing things I learned in this journey. This is like some painful points people feel, but they didn't know this is an area to explore.
Oh, yeah. It's sort of lack the words to think about it or notice it, Yeah,
I don't have a word for it. I call it DevOps for frontend, but we don't actually manage the hardware and the container like the cloud engineer would do.
Yeah.
It's only like down to building the pipeline. Yeah. But this will actually connect to so many other parts of how the project is. So one thing I was saying in my talk is your pipeline design reflect to how healthy and how well your project is architectured.
It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Now that you say it. Yeah, because I feel like I really need to watch this talk when the.
What's your background? Just curious.
Yeah, I mostly do front end.
Which framework do you use?
Mostly right now React and TypeScript and Node, the usuals. I've been doing a bit of back-end work and stuff as well, but it's mostly front end for me. So
yeah, because some of the things I've been like interacting with my audience, like they couldn't talk to me, but I was asking to raise their hand.
Yeah.
I asked lots of questions to them, like how many of you have app infrastructure team in your project? That means you have one person or two dedicated into building tools, dev experience, dev pipelines in your front-end project. Like, no, we don't have this kind of team.
No, pretty.
Yeah, that means some of the feature engineer have to spend their time to fix this once in a while. So this becomes a border. Yeah. Like some people, like it's like, it's like a good cut of some of my day. Yeah. Like I don't want to do it. Let's leave it. Yeah. I definitely recognize that. So someone took the time to set something up, and then they become the person everyone asks. Yeah. And then if someone quits and it's like, oh, now I have to rediscover how they did this section. So yeah, I recognize the problem at least. Everyone does. Like ask, like, do you feel the pain when you want to make a pull request and you have to wait at least 30 minutes for your code to merge? Yeah. And the pain you have to solve conflict, and you have to rebuild your thing again. Yeah. Everyone raises their hand. Yeah, exactly. And how much pain do you have in release? Do you always delay your release, or do you always release on time? Everyone say, my release is delayed. Yeah. And all this add up together. Yeah, and it feels like it's becoming more difficult as well. Because you support not just mobile web application. You support mobile, you support iOS, Android, and you do also maybe desktop as well. Yeah. They have actually expanded in multi-platform into wearable as well. Maybe some people building car application, so your application is everywhere. Yeah. Your mobile application and your web is a web app together with the marketing web app. So you end up having 10 different products. Yeah. But the code base might come from the same place. Yeah. So how do you manage all this? Yeah, exactly. And remember how everything works. I mean, I feel the pain, and we currently only build a web app in my team, so we don't have a car app even or anything else. But it's still the same problems, and it doesn't feel like it's getting any simpler. And I should say that we will, of course, link in the show notes to the videos of your presentations when they come out, so people who listen can find them as well. Well, they will come to my LinkedIn saying, I know you drink. Yeah, but we'll come for the good, the front-end content as well. We should would host in the future. Exactly. So this episode of Code Snack is sponsored by Ellipsis. Well, that's me, sort of. Do you know of a podcast looking for an editor deep into both tech and podcasting, or simply an editor who just gets the editing job done quickly with high-quality chapters and episode notes with relevant links? I love episode notes with relevant links. Ellipsis, that's me in my company form, is what you need. I have edited north of 1,200 podcast episodes, most of them for weekly podcasts, so I really know my tools and techniques. For examples, keep listening to this or any future or past episode of Code Snack, or check out ellipsis.se, that's with dual L's, for more and contact information. Thanks to me for sponsoring Code Snack. It's weird. I keep wondering, I mean, and it's kind of an impossible question, but why does it feel like front-end is becoming so complex, or remains so complex? Because you remember, like in the old days, like Asian time, when you have to use a web page, it's not even a web app, right? You just have to call the server. Server will give you the whole HTML page, and you just have to load it. Yeah. Since the time when web app became a single page application, and the development of mobile application, and then you have the cross-platform tool to build one code base that support all platforms. This is why slowly things getting more complicated, and you have added more feature into your application. Yeah. There's a debate actually whether or not you should have a super app. This applies for mobile and the web. That means this app does everything. Yeah. Like a banking application can also book a travel. or look after your insurance.
Oh, that kind of, yeah.
Super app. That one app has features of everything.
Yeah.
If you look at how big the WeChat app, right, the Chinese chatting app, how big the application is, it's like 10 gigabyte, for example. And in the app, you have the mini app. That means you don't have to install this web app. You can actually use a mini app from some else's application from WeChat app.
Yeah.
People can actually deploy their mini app in this platform. So this WeChat app is not a chatting application anymore. It's a super app, and even more because now it's a platform.
Yeah, it's a platform
it does hosting for other applications. So it's a super app.
Yeah.
And it's very complicated.
Yeah, I bet.
But if you're doing something smaller, so another debate is like, I don't want a super app. I want a mobile application that does only one thing. So people use this app, and that's all they need to use this app for.
Yeah.
And the testing, the management, and everything for this small app is going to be a lot simpler.
Yeah.
But if you work in an organization that has different functions, that means you have to build more than one app. To support different users.
Yeah.
Let's think about like if you have like internal project, to book your desk, or to chat to your colleague internal, right?
Yeah.
You can either have a super app having 10 apps, having different features, but in the end of the day, they don't make things simpler.
No,
it's probably even harder to support having multiple apps. But so I think why it's become more complicated. People have more needs and requirements from the UI project.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great point. It's easy to think that we should break everything out into their own. It only does. It's kind of the microservices thing in a way, I guess.
Yeah.
And then at some point you get this explosion of complexity because everything is its own separate little thing.
Yeah.
And if it was just one application, this little application, maybe it's an if statement inside this one. It's an interesting to try and think about. Is that a direction we should be moving in?
And if you add multi-platform in here, in terms of the framework, instead of like saying I'm using React for my for my web application, and I use iOS and Android, and my desk application is on different framework, is that easier to maintain or comparing to have like using Flutter, for example, that support all the platforms? We don't know which one is easier.
No.
It looks like Flutter or a cross-platform framework is easier, but it doesn't mean you will not need iOS experience or Android knowledge or web knowledge. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
You still need them because product knowledge is different from coding.
Yeah,
I'm always thinking of coding is actually the easy part of your product. Probably the easiest part of your product. It's not about the code.
No.
It's about the product knowledge.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's something that you don't learn from textbook.
No, exactly. And it's hard. It's hard even to try and pick it up from someone else because it's about our product and people who use our stuff.
Yeah. And it's difficult to ask a web engineer who knows React Native because they know React to build a mobile application because they don't know iOS and Android. So I don't know. There's no right answer.
No. There usually isn't, but it's still very worth thinking about.
Yeah,
I think, but it's our users.
Now with the coming of the AI technology and there is power, I think it is going to be adding more complexity into your product. Let's think about front-end project is a product because that interact directly with the end users, right? They don't actually see your backend services. They actually use the mobile app, web app. Now with AI, comes in play. Your backend, you have more varieties of what service you can use. Like previously, when I want to have a chat service or a filtering service, right? They will be down to the backend team to build it and supply this to us as an API. But now you have an option to use a model Like if I can use this model to build in as part of my chat service, to make some search ranking system, to build some of the service I want to build with backend, why don't I use this model instead?
Yeah.
So it adds even more complexity because AI is a word where it's complicated already on its own.
Yeah.
Either you rent someone's model, but if you want to tune it or you want to add some of extra functions to it, you have to then think about the DevOps again for your AI model.
Yeah, exactly.
How you maintain it, how you manage it, how you train it, how you're testing it, and how do you actually monitor it.
Yeah.
So it's going to be even more complicated.
Yeah. I mean, it's a whole sea of new questions, and I don't know, has anyone had time to figure that out yet?
I think we're in the beginning of see the power of AI and use it in the project, because previously it's backend give you a HTML page that will be a web page, and later on cloud service come into place. So backend is backend and the cloud and infrastructure. But then before you have operation team, hardware team, now it's backend, cloud, frontend, and the frontend becomes a separate subject of its own because of the development of mobile application. They just kick off like a new era. Now with AI coming to place, you might see separation between backend services. Like, what do I need to build with backend, having my own functions, or should I use a model instead to power my functions that I need? Or do I even need a front-end project because I can use AI? Like, I just need a simple web page to do some search and get my answer instead of I have to use a few pages of mobile application. So we are in the beginning of this. We will see the answer in maybe a year or two. Maybe next time when I come here, I will say, I learned something new.
I have all the answers. No, I think it's going to take
something new.
Yeah, exactly. There will be more questions. That's for sure. A quick but huge thank you to everyone sponsoring us on Ko-fi. You can become one of those incredible individuals by surfing to ko-fi.com/KODSNACK and sending us either a one-time donation or a monthly support. If you support us on the coffee drinker level for €5 per month, you get a bunch of very nice stickers in your actual mailbox. If you support us on the barista level for €10 per month or more, you also get a thank you right here. Big thanks to Joel Rangsmo, Martin Hagen, Michelle, Albin Groen, Anders Legell, Brother Ingo, and Tobbe Lundberg. Everyone who supports us help make this podcast possible, and the more of you there are, the better we can make the podcast. We do sometimes have sponsors, but it's actually your support which is making it possible to cover our costs month to month. If you want to support us in other ways, you can of course give the podcast a review in your podcast player. Give it a thumbs up, a star, write a comment, or whatever your player supports. Or simply tell someone who might like the podcast about an episode. But remember, you're a fantastic person whether you support us or not. Yeah, because your other presentation is on like open models and stuff like that. Yeah.
I had a very interesting conversation yesterday with one of the speakers because he talked about, what was the word? Sustainability.
Yes.
Got it. And he was asking me about what I'm going to talk. I was saying, actually, my talk connects well with your topic because we talk about AI, right? AI means literally everything. But it doesn't, it makes people think like this word is used a lot. And what is the specific case I want to use in AI? And there's large language model. There's no way today a company, apart from those big firms, will have enough source and the data to train a model from scratch. Because if I want to, for example, do my own test, right, having just play around, adding a small feature into a model and adding data to a model, train it, it would probably take like, I don't know, a few hours, even a few days. To train a model from scratch, it takes months, and to make sure the model is correct. That's why we rent this large language model from companies and we train them. But there's a cost for this, right? Resource, using lots of energy, running high volume of computer resources. And is this sustainable for our environment, for our industry, for our company? Yes and no. Again, we are in the beginning of this change. We don't know. But my talk tomorrow is about small language model. It's a different way of thinking about using AI models. So we have this large language model that is a super app in the mobile industry that does everything, has everything you want. If you have that model, you can just build a product already from it.
Throw stuff at it.
Or you can actually use, for example, something like a Gemma or maybe other product as a small language model that trained for a specific task that are much smaller in size. You can download this open model, like it's probably like a gig in size, and then you can add to your cloud service or even to your mobile application as a library. And you can get some of the functions you need already. You can train them in a very specific way for like a plugin for your IDE to make your IDE smarter, or for your search engine. But they only do one thing. They do a lot of things, but they're made for very specific tasks.
Okay, so the one you download is already very narrow in what it's supposed to be good at. Okay.
So it's again it's like a microservice.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And then can you add? So with one of those models, can you kind of add your own training or inputs on top, or is that? Okay, you can do that.
You can still train it. The reason this open model word came from Google, because they saying like in the beginning of building Gemma, they don't know what is the best to describe Gemma because it's not open source. You don't see the code and the data of how they train the model. Those are private, especially the data part. But it's open model because everyone can download it. You can use it for commercial as well. It's free. You can use it for personal project. You can modify it. So it's open for you to use. But it's not, the code is not shared. That's why they came up with a word of open model. I think everyone is using this word now.
I mean, it makes sense. Here is the thing you can use. You can use it as it is.
Yeah, or modify it.
Yeah, but you can't see where it came from, sort of. No, exactly. I mean, it's a reasonable thing to have a word for.
Yeah, actually, I'm sharing all my content tomorrow.
But this will be released much later, so.
Those are actually my talk points.
We're not spoiling anything here. I've been thinking about that. Do you think AI as a label is sort of too broad? Should we be talking about more specific things instead?
Yeah, people are tired of this word of AI, right?
Yeah, I think so.
It's the same as like when like before we talk about computer. Or talk about IT. It means everything, right? But now we have cloud, we have security, we have fintech, we have DevOps. So I think slowly AI will be chopped down into smaller things.
Yeah, makes sense.
Even today, right? So when I talk with people from non-tech background, they ask me like, what do I do? I will tell them I'm a front-end engineer, but I'm studying AI technology. And they will ask me, but you never study AI in your university. How can you become an AI engineer? Actually, this job role has already split it into different roles. When you say AI, a bigger part of AI is still on AI research. As of today, you probably still have to have a PhD degree of learning mathematics, understanding how AI works. You work as AI researcher to contribute to the AI methodology, to build that library people actually now use in their own product. But they are the brain of everything behind all the AI technology right now. You need to have a specific knowledge in this area to be an expert. And another big chunk of AI is data. Right? You can be a data analyst, data engineering. These are the ones use the AI researchers' outcome to actually build a model. So they have, like, for example, they have tons of data. They are the one responsible to filter it, to pick up the features they want to use to train the data, to make sure it's to avoid like biases and make sure the data give you a fair view of things. So they will be the one actually training the data.
Yeah.
So they are actually data engineer, data scientist, and then it's down to the final part of AI engineer to actually test the model, use the model in the product, and build API of this model and monitor it.
Yeah.
So I think people actually aware of this separation, but I think it will even be split even further into each small areas.
Yeah.
And we're not talking about the machine learning ops yet. It's not mentioned everywhere, but it will slowly come into the picture.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense. Yeah, but I was also thinking about from a sort of, what do you say, like product or marketing standpoint, that it's starting to feel like, people add AI to everything, but it's not clear what they actually did. Yeah. Are you connecting to a chatbot based on a large language model, or are you doing some kind of neural network trained model locally, or anything in between? It feels like there's a need for a few more words there as well. Maybe.
Yeah. We are still in a time where you put AI to something that makes your product modern.
Yeah.
But this will change.
Yeah.
It's the same as before when you have a mobile application, everyone is rushed in to make a mobile application.
Yeah.
That's maybe one thing.
Oh yeah.
Like I know people have applications that you can actually find a restaurant that you can bring a pet.
Yeah.
And they have even specific apps for dog-friendly restaurant list.
Yeah.
That would be an app on its own. But that's the, you will say this evolution of things. Nobody want to decide or define them. Those are evolutions decided by the flow.
Yeah. Makes sense. So thank you so much for taking the time.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
Big thanks for listening to Kodsnack. If you want to support us, leave a review in your podcast player of choice, or just tell someone who might like the podcast about an episode. And don't forget, you can come hang out in our Slack channel. A link is in the sidebar right on our website at kodsnack.se. Once again, big thanks for listening. Talk to you later.
Let me put it this way, Mr. Raymer. The 9000 series is the most reliable computer ever made. No 9000 computer has ever made a mistake or distorted information. We are all, by any practical definition of the words, foolproof and incapable of error.